Before we do get into the video, I'd like to give a huge shout out to AOA.com for sponsoring today's Rocket League video. This site provides flexibility and safety to every single order. If you want to buy and sell loads of different Rocket League items, they do some insane deals on there, and use code ZENIC at checkout to get yourself 3% off every single order. Do you guys want to be in with the chance of winning yourself these exotic black velos on my car right now? And if the answer is yes, make sure you are following these 3 simple steps. First of all, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with notifications on so you guys do not miss a future upload. Second of all, make sure you have dropped a like on today's video. And third of all, comment your details down below. But as well as that, tell me which platform you are on. And as always, I wish all of you the best of luck. The winner will be announced at 70,000 subscribers. So as you guys can see on screen right now, I am selling my Heatwave mystery decal for an absolute fortune by using a little method that I'm going to be showing you guys today. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel once again. I hope you're having a fantastic day as always, and today I'm going to be showing you episode 4 of the brand new series, going from one single key all the way up to the titanium white shattered. So previously on the channel we managed to pick up a Heatwave mystery decal, and the price that we paid was honestly ridiculous for the price that we sell in today's episode. So if you guys are new to the channel, or if you haven't seen the previous episodes, I would highly recommend you go to episode 1 and make your way back to here, because I give you guys so many tips and tricks. And we've been gaining hundreds upon hundreds of new followers onto the channel recently, and the support has just been so overwhelming. So I'm just going to keep on grinding if you guys do want to see more. Like I say every single time, let's set the goal a bit higher this time. 1,300 likes in the very first 24 hours. I know that's a huge goal, but if you guys do get that in the very first 24 hours, let's just say I'll be daily uploading again, and a new episode will be out very, very soon. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you have dropped a sub and turned on notifications to not miss a future episode. And let's get into the trades. I hope you guys do enjoy. Okay, so getting into the very first trade of the whole episode, and it's me selling a Stormwatch, which I wouldn't normally do. I'll normally sit for just getting straight keys, because last time I did ads with the Stormwatch and got the Heatwave, which was honestly crazy. I paid such a little price to actually get the Heatwave, and you'll see later today we actually sell the Heat for an incredible amount. But for the Stormwatch, I was thinking, okay, I might as well bite the bullet. I've already got so many items in my inventory, so that's why it really hurt doing this trade. But realistically, if I'm getting myself a non-crate very rare, that literally bumps it up to 6 keys instantly. And titanium white shakrams, in the long run, they'll go for 1 to 2 keys. So 7 to 8 keys for a Stormwatch that I paid 5 for is an incredible trade. Alright, so as soon as I did this trade, I went straight back onto the LFG with the keys, obviously, and just see if there was anything that I could buy or offer the Heat for, because mainly I want to get rid of the Heat at this point, because if I sell that Heat, I'm going to have plenty of keys to play around with and like invest into more items, etc. And I managed to find a guy. He wanted 6 keys for his Stormwatch, and realistically, even if I do 6 keys, I've just made myself the titanium white shakrams as profit. But of course, I'm going to try my luck, try and get it for a little cheaper. So I said 5 keys, he said NTY, invited me to the game. So I just chucked in a few ads that are complete garbage that I really don't care about, and he ticks up. So we literally just made titanium white shakrams and a little bit more profit. So next up, I found a guy that had a Tora mystery decal, and you might be thinking, okay, it's a black market, surely you should pay the low end on the spreadsheet, which is 3 keys. But let me tell you now, a Tora does not go for 3 keys to save anyone's life these days. It's ridiculous how hard it is to sell, especially with getting like 3 or 4 keys. You're going to be sat there a while. So all I did to this guy was offer him 2 keys. He said NTY, got really annoyed. He said add, I said NTY, and he's like fine. But then half an hour later, he messaged me. I was like, okay, fine, I'll just take it. So realistically, you're going to find angry traders every now and again. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're getting the items and making that profit, no one really cares. And to sort of relate to the Tora, the popcorn that I'm going to be selling right now is obviously the black market gold explosion. It's 3 to 4 on the spreadsheet, but no one even does 3 keys. So if you are picking up popcorns, make sure you're not paying any more than 2 keys, because they are normally hard to sell. But with that granted, I found a guy that really wanted it. He offered 3 keys and ads. I was like, have you got any ads, or could you just do 4 keys? Not expecting him to actually do 4, and he actually ticks up with 4 keys with the popcorn, and that is incredible. That's a really good trade, considering popcorn barely goes for 3 keys. So let alone that, I've just made double profit as well, because I paid 2 keys for it, made an easy 2 keys out of the 2 trades. So yeah, really can't complain. Okay, and what I'm bringing to you right now is probably the one trade of the whole of the series that I could possibly be regretting and would have taken an L, but you'll see later on it turned out okay. But I would not go near eggs if I was any of you guys, because they're so incredibly hard to get a key out of, and that's what I was expecting. I was expecting to pay 3 keys, obviously sell them on for 5, that really was not the case. It took such a long time to shift them. So if you are going near eggs, I would say the max you should be paying is 1 key for 2. I would not go any higher than that, because it's on it. Like, think about it logically. Every single person in the game that literally plays is going to be getting eggs and listing them up. So the price is going to keep on dropping for a little bit. So yeah, I would highly stay away from them. So with all of that being said, at the time I was like, okay, that's a really good trade. Yes, I can sell the eggs on. Little did I know, it took me 2 hours to find the first trade included with eggs, and it wasn't amazing. Like, so don't get me wrong, all the limited stuff, complete garbage. Like, it's not going to go for anything at all. Barely even worth a couple crates in my opinion. But still, adding a key on top and with the egg as well, that's a decent trade to be fair. Because I don't even value the eggs at 1 key per anymore. They're sort of around 0.75 I would say. So even so, that's a decent trade. I'm paying 1.75 and a load of garbage that's going to go for absolutely nothing. And getting myself another Tora in the long run, it should take a long time. But yeah, eventually I will get 3 keys for it. And from the heavens above, I don't even know how I actually managed to find this, but I'd say about 45 minutes later, with me desperately trying to get rid of the eggs and flip them into either black markets or keys, I did not care at this point. I found a guy with a sub-0. I offered him 4 keys to start with. He said, yeah, sure. So with being that confident, I thought I'd be a little bit cheeky. I was like, okay, what about 4 eggs? And he said, okay, fine. Because realistically, they're still around 1 key on the spreadsheet. And I didn't want to sell for any less than 1 key. I think the sub-0 is around 5 to 6 right now, but it's really hard to sell. So even so, I'll probably get at least 5 out of it. And I was so glad to finally get rid of the eggs. Okay, and moving on from one controversial decision to another. Here is where I get rid of the Stormwatch, which is obviously a really nice mystery. It's been in the game a long time, so it shouldn't go down in price. For an Intrudium that is rapidly dropping in price because the old crate now, the Ferocity, is getting old. There's a new one out. So all the black markets in there, like the Hex side, the Intrudium, are starting to slip down in value. So at this point, I was thinking, okay, you know what? This is a good trade. At the time, I was like, okay, so all of that I'm adding on top, I should be able to flip into at least a key profit. But Intrudium is ridiculously hard to sell. 1, because it doesn't look amazing. It looks about, I would say, 4 to 5 key value. And 2, because it's dropping rapidly. So finally, after about 48 hours of listing, we managed to get ourselves a good offer on the Heat. I was getting offered like 12 keys, 13 at a push. It was complete low balls because it went down one single key on the spreadsheet. So everyone started crying. Everyone was like, right, it's going to keep on dropping. Can't offer more than that, sorry. So I was getting a bit annoyed, I'm not going to lie, because Heat is a decent decal. It looks insane. It's been in the game since day one, since around 2016. So it should hold the value a little bit. It shouldn't be dropping too far. And eventually, I got a god offer of 10 keys, the Hex, and these wheels as well. So many white wheels that will probably go for at least a key each. So I really cannot complain. And yeah, just using my BMD priority to get myself an overpay. And what I mean by BMD priority is where you have like an item. Most of the time it's black markets where you've got a more expensive item than them. And they do an extremely good offer, because you can use that priority by saying, okay, I've got an item that you want, so I'm not going to be taking that offer. And eventually, most of the time, it's a really risky thing to do, but most of the time, back in the day, I used to always do it. It gets you those overpays, and even if it's hard stuff to sell that he's adding on top, it's still going to be profit at the end of the day. So that's why I did that trade. And secondly, for this trade on screen right now, non-crate very rares, if you're getting a key per, just take it, honestly, because people are asking for a key all over the shop. So yeah, you might as well do that trade. So a decal that's really surprised me of how it's held its value is the Trigon. And don't get me wrong, I used to love this decal. It's probably one of my favorites. It came out early 2018. And it's not gone under 10 keys. It's really held its value. It's not on a, like, I think it's a decent decal. But in my eyes, I'd say like Slipstream, just because Slipstream's really OG and it looks really clean. I thought Slip would overtake it in value, but Trigon has held its value to around 12 to 13 keys, I'm pretty sure. And the guy that you're seeing, interesting fact, after I did this trade of doing 10 keys, because I know I can get at least 12, 13 for it, he put, lol, good luck selling that thing. But I know my Trigons. I know I can get at least 12 or 13 out of it, so I really cannot complain. So obviously, with all of these new crates coming out, the hype for the Shack Crams has really died out. And OG Will, don't get me wrong, it's been in the game since 2016, right from the beginning in the CC1 series, I'm pretty sure. But the hype has just faded away just because there's so many new very rare wheels that are extremely clean coming out of new crates. So realistically, it's 1 to 2 on the spreadsheet. I would happily have just taken 1 just to get it out of my inventory. So with that being said, with all of the fireworks I do see, I offer 2 keys. So I thought, why not just take this trade? Pretty much it's just me doing 2 keys because I want 1 key for the Shacks. And he actually added this Dominus GT, well, Dominus banner as well. No, what am I on about? Dominus striker decal, which I can probably get around a key with, so really didn't mind doing that trade. So that brings us to the end of the episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you do want to see another episode out very, very soon, like I said, I might start daily uploading. If you guys smash the like goal of 1,300 likes, it's huge, but obviously if you guys do smash it in the very first 24 hours, big things will be coming. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you have dropped a sub to the channel and turned on notifications to not miss a future Rocket League upload. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.